My name is Red, and today I am going to explain the process of transitioning from male to female. This is partly to help non-trans people understand a little bit better what we go through as trans women. But also kind of to maybe quell the fears of some younger trans women, not necessarily younger in age, but just a little bit more inexperienced, maybe like wondering what happens and what to expect. So transitioning obviously kind of happens in stages. It does tend to get better as it goes along, so if you're having a hard time, just stick with it. It'll get better, and I know it's hard, but just stick with it. But yeah, so the first step in transitioning is coming out. And, you know, you can do this however you need to. You can maybe, like, tell a bunch of people, or maybe just tell, like, one really close friend while you're drunk on tequila in a hot tub. You know, I mean, whatever works for you. Really, after that, kind of the ball starts rolling on its own. You know, maybe about 3 or 4 months after that, you're woken from your sleep by a group of, like, 4 or 5, like, hooded men, and, like, they put a bag over your head, and they tie you up, and they throw you in a van. And, I mean, it's kind of scary, but it's, you know, they're professionals, you know, they know what they're doing. So they put you in this van, and you drive for, like 3 or 4 days. I mean, I'm sure it probably depends on, like, where you live. But I feel like it was about 3 or 4 days, but it's kind of hard to tell with, like, a bag on your head. Eventually, the van does stop, and you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. And what happens next is kind of hard to explain. Basically, the ground opens up well, it's a tube. Like a tube opens in the ground, and you know, they put you in this tube, and you go down the tube, and you're taken to the center of the earth, and you're taken to the secret government laboratories in the center of the earth. These are actually the transsexual laboratories that Janice Raymond was talking about, and I know it's kind of a big secret, but I mean, I guess the secret's out. But yeah, so you're taken to the laboratories, and they take the bag off your head, and they feed you this kind of like reconstituted powder. It's almost like Slim Fast. I guess it's just kind of a protein shake because you haven't eaten anything in 3 days. And you know, they give you that, and they let you rest for a little bit, and then you're taken to this room that's kind of like televisions on all sides. It's kind of like an Omnimax, except it's like little individual screens. It's like there's a screen here and a screen here and there's a screen, and you know, and it's kind of all over. And in the center of the room is like a giant elaborate gyroscope, and they hook you up into the gyroscope, and you know, they put your arms like this, and your legs go out, and then they connect a tube into each of your arms. And then they put a tube down your throat that kind of comes over your mouth like a mask. It's like this, but there's like a tube, and it goes down your throat and into your stomach. And they said that it had a twofold effect of feeding you during the process, and they said preparing you for a life of service, but I don't really know what that meant. But anyway, so they put the tube down your throat, the tube's in your arm, and then these like headphones on your ears. Pretty much then you're ready to go. The gyroscope starts spinning, and the televisions kind of flicker on, and it's kind of hard to say if they come on all at once. I think it was more of like they come on eventually as part of a process. There's like weird stuff on all the screens. I mean, it might be different for everyone else. I know that mine had like pink dresses, and like people putting on makeup, and like long centipedes and stuff like that. This weird music starts playing, and it's like interjected with like these phrases that I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that Well, I'm pretty sure it was mind warping, because I mean, I'm sure that's probably what it's going for. I don't know. I mean, I'm not one of the transsexual scientists that work in the center of the Earth. But yeah, so they strap you into this, and then this like pink fluid starts coming in. For me, it was my left arm, but I don't know. It might be your right arm. I'm left-handed, so it might make a difference. But yeah, this like pink fluid comes in, and it like tingles, and it just kind of spreads all over, and it feels like you're being like completely filled with it. And then like slowly this like syrupy blue crud starts coming out of the other one, and it's really gross looking. And you know, you're spinning the gyroscope the whole time, and the televisions are on, and weird like mind-warping music that you can't remember is playing, and that goes on for about 2 or 3 years. And you're kept alive by the tube in your throat, and you're not given any human contact, and you're all allowed to sleep. So I mean, it's kind of rough, but you know, in the end, it's worth it. You kind of just kind of black out 2 years or so into it, and you wake up just kind of in an alley somewhere, and you're ready to replace cisgendered women as the dominant female paradigm in the human species. So that is just wonderful. It's a little rough, there's a lot to deal with, but you know, you can do it. If you feel like it's something you need, you can do it. It's so easy, and it's totally worth it. So, you know, I hope that settled your fears a little bit. And if you're not trans, I hope you learned something. So yeah, that's what it's like to transition. Bye. I don't know. I mean, I'm not one of the transsexual scientists that work in the center of the Earth.